Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So in this morning video review, let's talk about Bitcoin. Alright, so morning, we are done with February. So I wanted to start off with this monthly chart instead of usual daily. Alright, so let's get into Bitcoin. Alright, so we finished month of February with this nice reversal doji, if you can see this, and I'm looking at this Bitstamp data in this particular case just because I wanted to have a clean chart without all those trend lines and just like a major support levels on it. So I just wanted to have this one clean chart for especially for this monthly. So just give you a bigger picture right now. So when I say monthly chart, I should make this clear. When I say monthly chart means basically it means this candlestick represent the whole month. Okay, so when I say daily, the candlestick on those daily, that candlestick represent the whole day. Okay, so that's what is mean by monthly. So now if you can see this, we finished the month of February right here, and it's a nice doji. It's a very reversal pattern. So going into March, I'm very bullish going into March as long as we stay over 9,361 on Bitcoin. Okay, so that's the number that you want to be. You want to write it down somewhere. That's the number you want to keep an eye on, and we want to make sure that we are staying over that number. As far as the technicals goes, it's looking very nicely set up for the run toward 12,000 mark. As I have said it in last few videos, the bulls have everything in their favor right now to make that run, going past through that 11,000, 12,000 resistance and perhaps hitting that 14,000 mark in March. So couple of things that we want to keep an eye on. Okay, as I always mention that we want to be like, we want to trade and invest with like, as much information, global information we can collect. So we want to be very mindful about the global market, especially the S&P 500, NASDAQ, because they're like those market will move if they go in like a negative, or if they go in like a downward direction, it will impact Bitcoin price action. It's not completely isolated. Some people think they are, but I really don't believe the global market are isolated with cryptocurrencies, and any of the professional traders will tell you the same thing. So please be mindful of those things. It never hurts to kind of just take a look at it. Nothing, you don't have to like analyze them. You just have to just glance at it. Just like go to the one site that I really like to look at. It's Finviz. So Finviz is pretty much one stop all for futures market, forex market, stock, commodities. And there are some weakness, as there was a sell-off in S&P 500, but we are coming to a very good support level right now on S&P 500 at around 2,700. So we want to make sure that it's holding those support levels. NASDAQ, let's look at NASDAQ real quick when we add it. So again, coming to the support level around 6,800. So there is some support coming up. Coming back to Bitcoin, all right, so monthly looking very nice and bullish. We want to make sure we are staying over that 9,300 levels. Let's go to the daily. Okay, so I'm gonna go switch back to the chart that we have been working on, which is coming from the Coinbase. So this is the BTC versus BTC and USD pair, and we are looking at the daily. All right, so this is the one where we have been talking about it for this past weekend, that the fake out that happened during that last weekend on Friday, we should have been going toward that mark. And I'm a little bit like, I want to make sure when we go into this weekend, trading tomorrow, late tomorrow, I want to have this nice break before that, because I want to make sure that this break happened before, and no one can come into this lower volume during the weekend time and try to manipulate the price action, because that's clearly what happened over the past weekend. And we want to make sure that this price action stays positive, volume comes into it today and tomorrow, and we can push through this resistance. All right, so far it's looking nice and bullish. As I said, I've been saying it for the last few days. I've been saying it over the weekend that bulls have all the scenario in their, all the, everything is set up for them technically, fundamentally, even I don't see anything that is like red flag. Nothing from the government that is a red flag that you'll be like, oh my god, this is it. I want to turn around right now. I want to lock everything into my USD. No, I don't see that. I really don't see that. So if you are in your trades, then you want to give your trade some breathing room right now, because I feel this break is coming, especially on the upside. And it will definitely bring in a lot of investors who are sitting on the sideline right now, basically hoping for that. I saw a lot of technical traders. They were waiting for that 9,000 mark. A lot of them were waiting for that 9,900 mark, and I really. A lot of them were waiting on that mark, especially after that retracement we saw over the weekend. But the one thing they didn't realize is that retracement really happened over the weekend. And if those kind of action happens over the weekend without any news event, without any FUD, and without any justification, then that is not realistic. It's manipulated, especially in the crypto market where things can get manipulated pretty easily and pretty fast. So it just comes with looking at this chart pattern, looking at the volume it just comes with years of experience, to be honest with you. It's just because you have seen these things again and again in different market, and that, oh, okay, I remember this. No, this happened before, because it's a human thing and mentality, I guess. It just comes naturally. It's with any field. Let's say if you are a doctor, right, and you see a patient, and you see that patient and especially it's a flu season, right, and he's complaining about getting headaches, getting temperature. That, hey, something is related to flu here, because there are a lot of people coming with those symptoms, right? So same thing is you want to make sure when I'm in this market, right, I have been trading for a while now, so when I see this kind of thing, it's okay, I know this pattern looks very familiar. I know people who will come in and try to do that. So it's just just looking at it over the years, have gone through it over the years, you see it again and again. All right. So we want to make sure we are crossing this trend line today with strong volume, following through tomorrow into the resistance zone for BTC on the daily time frame. Let's look at the smaller time frame on the 4 hours. Okay, so in 4 hours I'm seeing the volume coming up. 11,000 will be the first test, and we want to see if we can have enough juice to go through that 11,000 to 12,000 resistance zone. All right, and I want to have that. It would be really in favor of bulls if they can clear that up before the weekend comes through, because once the weekend comes through, the volume will decrease, and there's a chance of manipulating the prices. So it would be very beneficial in bulls' favor, I think, if they can push it through over around 12,000 by end of tomorrow, Friday. So that will, at least when the day closes, you will know those candlesticks are sticking over there, and they are right over, well over those resistance zones. All right, so that will be really much in bull's favor if they can really push it through. Right now it's looking strong. It's as I said, the support was really holding up. That 10,200 levels that were really holding up nicely. There's plenty of like, you know, positive on here. And other thing I want to, let's look at the daily. It hasn't happened yet, but when you see that 20-day moving average crossing the 50-day moving average, that will be very, very bullish. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet, but on the daily, when you see that 20-day moving average going over the 50-day moving average, right now we are sitting right over that 50-day moving average on the candlestick, on the price action. But what I'm talking about is having the moving average, the 20-day moving average crossing the 50-day moving average over on the upside. If that, once that happens, that will signal a lot of, like, you know, alerts will go on, especially for the technical traders and institutional traders. That will be a very bullish thing as far as the daily chart goes. All right, because that will signal that, hey, we are there is a nice, like, you know, momentum coming up on the buy side. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. You know, that's quickly covering Bitcoin. It's looking strong. We need to make sure we are, like, you know, pushing it with nice strong volume. Okay, I want to quickly cover Litecoin before I close this video. LTC against you. I know a lot of people are in the LTC position. So okay, so we broke that resistance. We broke that support level. So now, if you can see, I'm going to mark this red because now it's going to act as a resistance. That support level, that 208, 209, will act as a resistance on upward, because that was our support level that we broke yesterday, and now it will act as a resistance. So we want to make sure we stay over that. I still think that is a very crucial level that you want to watch for, that 209, 208, 209 level. As long as we stay over those level, I feel comfortable holding Litecoin. There is plenty of support on the downward side, by the way. And if you see that Litecoin already, the 20-day moving average have already crossed the 50-day moving average on Litecoin on the daily. So obviously that's a very positive thing. And, you know, I remain bullish on Litecoin. We just need some follow through on it. So let's see if we can rally on it on Litecoin and go toward that 260 mark. But right now it's looking bullish. The 20-day moving average already crossed that 50-day moving average. So there's enough momentum. There's enough support as well. Now it's just time to follow through. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. I will create some more videos later in the day today. If you have any question, post it in the comment. Just to recap, BTC, USD, and yeah, the monthly looking, I'm gonna cover the monthly again just to recap on monthly looking nice and bullish. The key level we want to see, want to stay over is the 9,300 levels on BTC. That will be like you know, like the lining that we want to just the support that we want to watch for as long. And for March, it is looking bullish for March, and I'm very optimistic for Bitcoin to go and touch around 1,400 in March. Okay, so that's it. We always want to, so the stacks are in, the odds are in bull's favor right now. That doesn't mean that, you know, unexpected, the blind spot event cannot occur. So you always want to make sure you are protecting your capital, you're protecting your investment. That's the rule number one, because you want to make sure that you're growing your portfolio and, you know, you're constantly protecting it. But right now everything is looking nice and bullish, so you might want to give some breathing room to your portfolio to grow, and you just might want to give some time for it to grow, because it will it is set up to hit that 14,000 mark on BTC for March. We do want to keep an eye on the global market, though. We want to make sure the global market does not have another sell-off that happened earlier in February. that will be the key. Other than that, BTC is looking strong. Overall, the crypto market will follow BTC. So stay tuned. All right, talk to you soon.